Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs is there about to sign or repeal the state's near total ban on abortion that dates back to 1864. Let's listen.
Caused by this ruling. I've heard from doctors who were unsure if they would wind up in a jail cell for simply doing their job. Women who told me they didn't know if it was safe to start a family here in Arizona. These excruciating conversations are exactly why I have made one thing clear, very clear. This ban needs to be repealed. I said it in 2022 when Roe was overturned, and I've said it again and again as governor. But as they have for 160 years, extreme politicians came up with every excuse imaginable to maintain this draconian ban. A ban that was passed by 27 men before Arizona was even a state. A time when America was at war over the right to own slaves. A time before women could even vote. Today, we are doing what 23 governors and 55 legislatures refused to do, and I'm so proud to be the ones that got this job done. And while I'm proud to sign this bill and provide a moment of relief for Arizonans, we still have work to do. Arizona women are still governed by a ban that leaves no exceptions for rape or incest, nor does it account for complications during pregnancy. We do not have guarantees that the basic right to contraception or access to IVF are protected, even as threats mount. Today, we should not rest, but we should recommit to protecting women's bodily autonomy, their ability to make their own healthcare decisions, and the ability to control their lives. Let me be clear. I will do everything in my power to protect our reproductive freedoms because I trust women to make the decisions that are best for them. And I know that politicians do not belong in the doctor's office. I know how hard these conversations can be. I've lived them myself. And I know there's no place for the government in that room. I trust that when it comes to these very personal decisions, that you and your loved ones know what is best. I want to thank the legislators and the reproductive freedom advocates who are standing here with me today. Without you, this would not have been possible. And thank you to every Arizonan who spoke up and made their voice heard, calling for a repeal of this draconian ban. With that, I'm going to hand it off to Senator Hernandez. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Governor Hobbs, and thank you, everyone, for joining us. Today we are here to celebrate the signing and the passage of HB 2677, which is the repeal of the 1864 total ban on abortion. It is not the ban that was passed in 1977 by a Democratic governor. It was passed in 1864 before Arizona was a state. My heart is so full knowing that this moment was made possible by the community's work, advocates, giants in the movement, and we stand on their shoulders today because of the work that they laid before us. I'm also very, very full. My heart is also very, very full knowing that my Democratic colleagues continued unity and we stayed together and we stayed firm in our commitment to lead Arizona in a responsible way and deliver the solutions that Arizonans were expecting for us. But what this moment has also shown us is that one thing is very clear. Our rights are not protected unless they are enshrined in the Arizona State Constitution. This repeal will go into effect 90 days after sine die, which means that our fight for a better collective future is just beginning. The Republican leadership in Arizona has shown that they are unwavering in their desire to strip us of our rights, our voices, and our votes. Yesterday, on the Senate floor, we heard directly from my Republican colleagues that they believe that this 1864 ban on abortion is the right law for Arizona and that we should uphold that. We have no time to let our guard down. Our state has lived under their constant lack of accountability and transparency for far too long. The fight for abortion rights has simply put a bright spotlight on how corrupt they have truly become. Our ability to celebrate this moment goes hand in hand with the reality that repealing this ban today does not mean we are safe tomorrow. Tomorrow we could see the majority party bring forward a motion that would cut the 15-week ban down to 9 weeks or even 6 weeks. Arizonans cannot trust this body to follow the will of the majority of Arizona voters. But I hope that the next generation of leaders that will be born out of this moment and out of this fight, the young people in this state that have seen the Trump-stacked U.S. Supreme Court and the Ducey-backed and stacked Arizona Supreme Court take this movement even further. Young people know that Republicans cannot be trusted to uphold our rights. They do not trust you to make the best decision for you and your family and with your medical provider. They have shown that time and time again. They do not trust you to make the best decision for you and your family. Us, the Democrats, are committed to protecting every Arizonan's right to decide what their future looks like. And we will continue to fight like hell to make sure that politicians and government stay out of those decisions. Thank you so much. I'm so honored to bring up Representative Stephanie Stahl-Hamilton, that has been nothing but a warrior for every single person and all of us every day.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you, Governor. Thank you all for being here. This is a real moment. It's an historic moment. And it's a place and time where three moments all come together. It's a time where we are doing away with what is in the past that doesn't fit the present. And here we are in the present, looking forward to the future. The ways in which we need to continue to push and to move our state so that it meets the needs and the desires of the people of Arizona. I am grateful to have been just one person in these moments shepherding or trying to shepherd a bill through the legislative process. None of us arrived at this moment without the foresight and the hard work of people like former Representative Athena Salmon, who truly paved the way for today. I am so grateful for the unwavering, steadfast support of my Democratic colleagues who, in the midst of the storm, when we wanted to call points of order, when we wanted to correct the record, were steady. They were grounded and solid, knowing that all we needed to do was to show up and vote yes. The rest of it would take care of itself. And boy, howdy, did it. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for helping us mark this point in time where history is changing in Arizona. And thank you all for being a part of the journey. Have a good day.
And also, this is not a ceremonial. This is like the actual bill.
Yeah. Wait. Hold on.
Oh, hold on.
All right, you just saw it there. Governor Katie Hobbs signing into law a bill repealing a law that actually predates women's ability to vote in the state of Arizona dating back to 1864. It was a near total ban on abortion. The governor said that extreme politicians did all that they could to try and keep this ban on the books. 2 Republicans crossed party lines in the House to try and repeal the law. It also, or in the Senate rather, it also passed the GOP-controlled House there. The governor says that she is proud to sign this bill and says that there's no place for government to make reproductive decisions on behalf of women. She says she knows how difficult those are. Quote, I've lived them myself. The 1864 law bans all abortions except for the one case when the mother's life is at stake. And it's actually temporarily still going to take effect this summer before the repeal kicks in. The state will then revert to its current policy, which is a 15-week abortion ban.